Hey folks, how's everything going? Sunday, time to do a quick recap how things are going. Some of the states obviously opened up a little bit, so I have noticed being outside a little bit. I had to get out of the house yesterday. It was just starting to drive me crazy, so I went for a drive. Could not believe the number of cars that are starting to get out. And this is only 2 days into Ohio's open up. So I'm noticing that there's traction. I'm kind of interested to see what happens on Monday. I'll be able to return to the office, and as long as we're social distancing and everything, things are looking good that way. So with that being said, let's take a look at some things. I've been listening to a lot of people as it comes to the open up, and the one thing that I'm noticing is that a lot of people are saying, well, this is what I've decided to do, and this is how we're going to do things, and this is the new direction. So a lot of us have taken this time and we've really reevaluated where we wanted to go with things. And, we're hearing that new word, pivot. We're going to pivot this way. And it's good for companies, families, and people to be able to do that. It just shows flexibility. And unfortunately, when it comes to change and redoing things, you have to be flexible. And the first thing that I'm going to encourage everybody to do is let's start looking at this May 1 as a brand new, like January 1. We've got 7 more months that we can really accomplish some things. So let's take a look at where we are, put into effect everything that's happened to us, and let's start looking at small things to bite off. For me at the office, I understand that we lost about 2 months worth of revenue, and the first thing I want to do is challenge myself is to find a way, create a way, if it is possible, to regain a lot of that lost revenue. I'm not going to say it's going to happen, but maybe our margins can be a little better. Maybe we can be a little bit more aggressive on an account enrollment that we normally would not have been. But let's make that a challenge. So we got 7 more months. It's okay. I mean, when we look at it, we lost 1 to 2. Some, I understand, are losing a full quarter, 3 months, and that is really going to be nuts. And that it's going to be hard to come back to. As it pertains to family, some things that we're starting to do as a family is just reevaluate our family gatherings. We usually, we're consistently having about 1 a month. And we're looking at things and going, maybe not once a month, but we're going to make this summertime as best we can, because usually Memorial Day to Labor Day is usually big family for us, when it comes to barbecues and fires and fireworks and birthdays and stuff like that. Between the summer months and then a 6-week time from basically Thanksgiving to New Year's, our family goes crazy. But we love it. That's what makes us the unique group of beings that we are. So let's take a look at ourselves. What can we do in the next 60 days kind of put us in a better place personally on our financial level? Let's face it, we were dipping into savings, probably money that wasn't there. We probably put a lot of things on credit. We need to start paying that debt down. So we're going to need to look at strategies to bring us back. And some things that we might want to look at is an online business, which are really, really big and up and coming these days, doing Shopify, trading stuff on eBay. And this is stuff that you can pick up at a yard sale. Gary Vaynerchuk talks about it all the time. You pick it up at a yard sale and you just turn it into a treasure. You have to understand that when you purchase something like that, don't get emotionally attached. That is a financial decision. Treat it like a business. You bought that, yeah, you may have paid 50 cents. Good job, that's awesome. but you want to find a way to resell that for 5 times more. So 50 cents to 250, something like that. I would really, really encourage that. I think what you're going to see here, I mentioned a few weeks ago that yard sales are going to be a big thing. Garage sales, all of that stuff. I really think that the people have taken time to clean out their house, and it's all coming to us. Another thing is looking at home businesses. I mentioned this last week or the week before, where I think, no more than about $200 to $300 of an investment. Yeah, they talk about it as skin in the game, and basically you're buying your licensure into a home-based business. I fully believe in them. If you do have that couple of hours a night where you can actually go out there and network, or maybe one day a week you're focusing on that home-based business, there's a lot of really, really good ones. If you're interested, obviously leave a comment down below on any of the platforms that I do post this on, and I'll be glad to make sure that you get information so that you find a good fit for you. We want to come back stronger. That's the one thing, is we want to know that we've got 2 inches of thick skin. We can get through anything. I think this was a good mental test for everybody, just so that you can see that you can do this. For some people, it was a little bit harder on a mental test, but I believe that they struck gold. So keep that in mind. But let's just take this week and look at what we're going to do financially in the next 60 days, just to start putting money back into the coffers. Okay, the stimulus check, that's right back into the coffers. Okay, but we need to look at what is going to create income while you're at work as well. There has to be a two-way street, because you're working 40 hours. I get that's one stream of income, but it's not going to fill in the coffers, because that money you've budgeted already, and you know how that money gets spent. So we want to fill in the hole. Once the hole is filled in, then we can look at what can we do. So that's our goal this week, is just looking at the financial. I'm going to wish you guys a great week. We're coming out of this really strong. I'm really excited. Remember, if you're liking this stuff, go ahead and hit the like button. Always subscribe and hit the indicator button as to when new content comes out. It's always coming out on Sundays. And we're also on all the platforms that we can be on. Share this with all of your friends as well. Let them know that you're getting good content from them, and have them just go ahead and comment. I appreciate it. It gives me an idea of what type of a conversation to have through this channel. Thanks a lot, and have a great night.